Hi, this is Tekson again. I teach Tao Te Ching and Wu Wei, as well as Tai Chi and Qigong. Now in this video, I like to highlight a sentence from chapter 6 of Tao Te Ching that's baffled a lot of people. Let me read it to you and let's see how you interpret it. The spirit of valley never dies is the mystical feminine. What does it mean? Well, this is not an easy chapter to interpret, although it contains only 25 Chinese characters, but it's so profound. I'm not going to talk about the entire chapter, but I would like to talk about the first part of the sentence, which is the spirit of valley never dies. What does it mean? There are different interpretations, and among the most common is that Lao Tzu is talking about the emptiness of the universe here. I have my favorite interpretation, which is quite different, and I find it to be very compelling to share with you, because by looking at it from the angle that I'm going to introduce later on, it will determine the way that you see yourself in the universe. That you will become aware that you are never insignificant to the universe. And let me explain. Now, just imagine that you're on top of the mountain and below is the valley. And what you do is that you just shout at the top of your voice. Ah! What happened? You will hear the echo of your voice, right? It can be one ripple or multiple ripples, but you hear your voice. But on the other hand, is that your voice? Not really. It's a kind of vibration as a result of the energy that you exert. So what does it teach us? What it tells us is something very important, that energy never dies, and that the universe is responding to you. Now, we like to see ourselves as someone who is independent, who has its own free will, but ultimately, in the view of Tao Te Ching and of course Lao Tzu, we are just part of the universe. We are a member of the universe. We are going to be impacted by the universe, but at the same time, we are also impacting the world. So there are two things that we can learn from here. Number one is that we can impact the world, even the voice that we generate. So never underestimate your role in the universe. Number two is that it's very important for us to maintain good energy, because energy never dies. It may go somewhere impacting some part of the world, but at the same time it may also come back to strengthen us, to improve the things that we do, or even to shape our destiny. So it is so important that we maintain good energy as far as possible throughout our life. But what are the good energy? Lao Tzu likes to talk about the three treasures. So I'll imagine that these are what he thinks to be good energies, or at least a summary of what good energy means. And in Chinese, what he says is 一月辞，二月俭，三月不敢为天下先. I may translate it as number one is compassion, love, and number two is moderation, contentment, and number three is humility, in the sense that you don't want to go ahead of the world. You want to serve the world. You want to follow the law of the universe, to make yourself a meaningful part of the universe. So this is my interpretation of the phrase, the spirit of valley never dies. But what do you think? Let me hear your view, and let me have a comment so that we can have a good discussion about this, so that we can create more better, stronger energy together. And at the same time, I do hope that I will be see you again soon in other videos. See you again soon. Thank you for watching.